So it's all scratchy. God freaking darn it! Stream was running fine, no issues, and now the second I switch over to gameplay, it breaks. Oh my god, of fucking course. Everything was running fine, and now that we're over on gameplay, the bitrate just fucking plummets. God damn it. I got a computer. What were we doing? Where are we? What are we doing? Yep. Nope. So we're gonna have stream issues all stream because fuck. Yep, so be prepared for that, because I don't know why it didn't start, like, it wasn't showing any issues until I switched over to gameplay. And now the second I have, it just freaking explodes on me. Rare candy. A grassy seed. Nope, nothing. So I think we were heading to the stadium last time, because we're here in disappointing London, which I call disappointing London because it's literally just 2 streets. Okay, I guess there's this back alleyway, but literally, like, all that shit over there, right? Like, I don't even think you go to that Ferris wheel. It's so disappointing, man. This area could have been so cool. Right, like London, like imagine freaking London in Pokemon. But nope, it's just 2 streets. One ends at the stadium, one's at the hotel. It's function over form, and it really shows. So we're here to meet up with Hop. Hey, Hopscotch. I've been waiting for you for your performance in the gym challenge. Just a formality, but I'll need to check your badges. I do like that people have found through, like, right, running through walls and whatnot, that most Elite, at least in some of the older games like Gen 4, the Elite Four doesn't even actually check your badges. It just assumes that if you were able to get there, you must have done everything. I think Gen 3. Actually, it might be Gen 3 instead of Gen 4. Maybe both, honestly. But yeah, I like that, yeah, some of the older games don't even actually check your badges. Bead. We should head to the locker room. Gym challengers who have made it through the gym challenge, semifinals will be starting now. Please head to the stadium pitch when you are ready. So, okay, so I like the whole soccer thing in this game so far. Right? I feel like the soccer theme has been pretty on brand. This is the one bit near the end that kind of annoys me. So unlike previous games where, oh, you've got the gym battles, challenges, now you can do the Elite Four. Not how it works in this game. Oops, I hit the mic. No, in this game, you get the gym balance. It works like the anime. Because in the anime, you do the gym badges, then you get to enter the league tournament, and by beating the league tournament, you get a chance to challenge the Elite Four and then the champion. Not in this game. In this game, you actually do have to do the league tournament, but there's also not an Elite Four. But the truth is, when I said it's all done, I really just want to be champion for myself. So don't take it personally when I kick your butt. So we're starting our first I don't even know who we're leading off with. But yeah, so this in theory, so this works more like the anime, which in theory, I don't have a problem with, at least at the start. My problem comes later on. Because, like, plot-wise, I actually don't think this is a terrible idea, because it gives you a chance to fight all your rivals again. Right? This game has multiple rivals, so here we are with a chance to fight Marnie again. And spoiler alert, we're going to get a chance to fight Hop later on as well. That's not a terrible idea. It's what comes after this that sucks. Gosh dang it, Diabolo. You're the chosen one. Why are you so bad at this sometimes? At least it's just using Nasty Plot, which... Sure, it's raising its stats, but it's going to die right here, so... Oh, crap. Okay, did that work? I don't know why that was happening. Oh, okay. Curious and curiouser. Should I switch? Okay, Scrafty is dark fighting. Dark fighting is weak to... oh my gosh, I remembered. Oh god, what did I use last time? Dark fighting is weak to... I don't even know if it's weak to anything. I know I had to use some sort of trickery to do this last time. Did I use flying? Was that it? Maybe I used flying. I don't... Because we don't have... The problem is we don't have any fairy-type moves. And we don't have any ice-type moves. I also don't think we have any dragon either. No, we do have ice. We do have ice. That's wrong. We don't have any dragon and we don't have any fairy. Those are our two kind of... Like, those are our two oversights, if you would. Yeah. And I guess we're going to use Urshifu. So I have no idea what level the champion's going to be. If I had to guess, I'm saying he's going to be 60. So we're definitely under-leveled, but I don't think we're too far below. Yeah, I don't think... And God, I don't remember how many of these challenges we have to do in a row. Ooh, that did way more than I thought it would. You can teach it Focus Punch? So if we outspeed the opponent, then we get to use it. Nah. Toxtricity, I guess we're just gonna use the whole team. We might as well. I know we have Switch turned on. I know some people don't think that that's the wrong way to play, but... they do what they want, I do what I want. I keep thinking Toxicroak is Toxtricity. I don't know, because I know at some point somebody has a, Toxtricity. It must be Hop. I know somebody has one. Yes, switch my Pokemon. We're going to go into Raven Way for the end here. We really should have gotten more healing items before going. I'll have to remember not to make that mistake next time. Pressure. Okay, we're gonna use Steel Spikes, because I know this thing can Gigantamax, so it will. God damn it. You know, so part of the reason why I'm like 30 minutes late today, because I wanted to start at 3, was because my, one of my Joy-Cons were low on battery. So I charged them up, and nope, they're still dead. It sucks that my Pro Controller broke, man. It was so nice using a Pro Controller, and now it's just it's broke, and I don't have anything else I can do. It's so hot today as well. Alright, we got XP. Alright, that was a pretty easy fight against Marnie. That went pretty well. Again, I think we're good when it comes to the champion. I hope. Everyone in the stadium was watching us doing all that. I heard them cheering for me and my Pokemon. It was nice. I may have lost, but at least we drove the audience wild. Guess that's not so bad. Think I'll join my brother in the stands and we'll watch from the sidelines to see who ends up challenging the champion. Just so you know, I still haven't decided if I'm gonna cheer for you. See ya. Be waiting for you in the final match. After seeing the way you battled, I can't accept any outcome besides winning this match. My team is on fire. Pardon me. You get a long break, but the match before yours ended more quickly than expected. Went quite handily, so as soon as you're ready, we'd like you back on the pitch. Now, I think, yeah. Let's just heal up. Oh, they healed us for us, okay. For some reason, I thought we had to heal up in between matches, which is why I was like, I should have brought more potions and whatnot, but nope, it looks like we're good. Either that or I didn't get hit, so... But I don't think that happened. Alright, let's go take down Hop. Again, I think this is the idea of fighting all your rivals at the end of the game. Not a bad idea. And yeah, taking inspiration from the anime. When we got our Pokemon from Lee that day, I never dreamed that it'd end up standing here, facing you of all people. But it's time. I finished what I started that day, got it? The one who will become champion is me. Gosh dang it, and I should have switched, I should have changed who I would lead off with. Again, I don't even think about that. I know that's what's going to get me screwed when I go into the champion. We'll move Colossal, or Hardred into the thing soon. What? Back in the garden, but I'm really fired up with this match in the stadium. We'll see what we can do with Diabolo. Again, it's Hop. I don't expect it to go that bad. Yeah, it's Hop. I mean, come on. When have we not kicked his ass before? Okay, that might be a problem. Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. I feel like I haven't seen someone use a full restore in a long time in this game. I know we're faster, so yeah, we should be good. I mean, even if Diabolo faints, we're not in too much trouble. Okay, Hop is about to send out Snorlax. Yep, let's bring Sirius Black out. I still haven't rewatched those videos. The Internet Historian reading of My Immortal. Like I know I've joked about it, but I've never actually rewatched it. Alright, let's do some bulk up. Please don't die. Please don't die. Oh, yeah. This is what it... Again, Sirius Black is the only Pokemon this happens with. Even though I would hope I have high friendship with everyone else on the team. The only one who ever gets the bonuses is him. Pinchurin. That's an electric, right? Pinchurin. Yeah, I think it's an electric. Yeah. I do not like Pinchurin. Well, I have warmed up to a lot of Gen 8 designs. Pinchurin is definitely not one of them. Like, Snom I like. Right? Snom is cute, right? God gave us hands to hold the Snom, to pet the Snom, right? Shit like that. Classics. But yeah, no, I don't like Pinchurin. It's just... I like Pyukumuku a lot better. Corviknight. Who do I want to switch out to? Do we have any electric type attacks? Now that I'm thinking about it. No, I don't think we do. Eee. See how much this does. Yeah, I'm like, it's not going to do much damage back. Oh, okay, that worked handedly. Is this his last Pokemon? I honestly don't know. Again, I thought he had a Toxtricity. I know somebody at some point has a Toxtricity. I thought it was him. Just making the victory all the better. We could defeat this thing without Dynamaxing, but I'm going to Dynamax because, again, they only allow us to do it like 10 times in the story. Yes, you can Dynamax at any point you want when you do the max raid dens, but other than that, you don't really get to do it all that often. Again, this should be a really cool point where your starter has their Gigantamax form and his starter has his Gigantamax form. But no, because Gigantamax forms weren't in the base game for the starters, then yeah, you don't get to use it. Instead, it's just going to be a really big Cinderace. Again, talk all the shit you want about Z moves. At least they thought Z moves through. Because yeah, when you fight your rival at the end of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you better believe his starter uses its Z move. Its unique Z move. Of course, we were gonna kill it in one hit anyways. Like, I probably couldn't. I probably could have just not Dynamaxed at all, and still killed it. That's at the position we're at. Double edge. Yeah, sure. We'll get rid of takedown. Or, yeah. Yeah, Hop. It was inevitable. Thanks, mate. I'm really glad you were the one here with me. We got some monies for winning. And the victor of the semifinals, the challenger who's won their way through all the many hopeful trainers in the gym challenges challenger. You know, even when Sonia was saying that you and me looked like we could become heroes, I really never felt like one. But you, mate, I think maybe you could do all sorts of great things. Good on ya, and Obstagoon and all the rest of your team. You ready for the story to implode? I've been building up that the story was going to implode in on itself. And here we go. It starts now. That was incredible, brilliant. Honestly, there were even tears rolling down my face before I knew it. To think that the two of you set out together for the same town, built up the greatest teams, and arrived here at this point to throw everything you had at one another. That burning desire to win, those moves filled with undefeatable passion. It was battling its purest in every possible way. Even though there were some trainers who weren't sure whether you fit to be endorsed for the gym challenge at first. That was you. Well then, all the more reason. My team members and I will give you everything that we've got in us to defeat our challenger. And the challenger standing before us might as well end up being you. In fact, that's precisely what I'm hoping for. The real challenge is what's coming up next, and I'm completely exhausted. I just want to head back to the hotel and rest. Just to refill your energy stores first, why don't we go get some dinner together? Wouldn't say no, but you never care, all the food tastes likely. A night like this deserves more than rubbish takeaway, so at least pick something good. Which at Wyndham Stadium. So we head to the hotel on the other side of the map. Hey, Challenger. Got some time for questions? First question. You and Challenger Hop were both endorsed by the champion, making you two rivals in a sense, wouldn't you say? How does it feel to defeat your rival? Glad I could beat him. Question number 2. If you wanted to the challenger you have something, now what would it be? For a great match. That's a fucking lie. Yeah. Question 3. Level with me, kiddo. Your honest thoughts here. Think you can win the finals too? Yep, let's do it. I've prepared for this. I think I'm more set to beat Lee than I am to beat some of the other trainers we've come across. My team's actually not bad in this. I've had much worse teams in previous games, i.e. Diamond and Pearl. Oh my god. Been asking rather rude questions. We've got ourselves dinner plans with my brother, so clear off, would ya? Famous people sure have it rough. Hope Lee gets here soon. I could eat my own arm about it now. God, you ready for the plot to implode? And I can't believe it's imploding over dinner plans. Like, seriously. So, it's been several hours. We're just waiting for Leon to show up. He's never this late. Something's not right. He always does what he says he'll do. As a kid, he promised he'd become champion one day. He went and did just that. He ought to be able to keep his own dinner plans. Kid's sure got a mouth on him, huh? If you were that noisy during battle, you unleash a whole new level of power, you know? Oh, pack it in, Piers. I'm seriously worried here, so I don't need to see your smug mouth looking like having a go at me, even though you act like you're giving me good advice. Judging by appearances, no wonder you lost to your mate. If you're looking for the champion, I saw him heading to Rose Tower. Don't know what he's up to, but I ran into him at the monorail platform. He said to tell you he had something to do at Rose Tower, so he'd be late to your dinner. But why Rose Tower? What could he have to do at this hour? Pierce, do us a favor. Take us to Rose Tower, would you? Know the way. Shh, what rude siblings. Always so demanding of others. Though I suppose it's a real problem for me, too, if the finals are held up for any reason. And I don't really hate the two of you little runts. You were good enough to beat me, after all. So I think I'll invite Team Yellow along, and we'll all have ourselves a bit of fun, shall we? Brilliant, you're the best, Piers. Let's make a good ruckus. So so I know the plot is currently in the process of imploding in on itself. It may not seem like much, right? It may not seem like, oh, Leon went to Rose Tower, right? That may not be much. Trust me, it is. But teaming up with Piers is pretty cool. Like, it's clear the Pokemon Company knew that people were going to like Piers and Marnie. Because they get a lot of attention here at the end. Man, why am I here for this? I'm totally exhausted from the battle with you. We decided Team Yell will cheer you on. Let's help out together. What a beautiful display of sibling love. However, it is entirely unnecessary. Miss Olino. Chairman Rose is with the champion in a very important meeting. There is no way I will let anyone interfere. After all, only authorized personnel with the proper key can ride the monorail to Rose Tower. This means as long as Chairman Rose is in the tower, no one can disturb him. I have hand-selected a member of the League staff and given them a key. Chairman Rose does enjoy this kind of menial game after all. Do you think you can tell the difference between this normal League staff and the one I chose? Do you think you can find me? So yeah, now they're basically treating Leon as if he's been kidnapped. When, based on how it's been written so far, I definitely don't get that impression. Right? I know it's taking it at face value. That, he's at a meeting, but like there's something more sinister going on. But then when we actually show up at Rose Tower, turns out he is just literally in a meeting. Sure, it's Rose's like evil meeting to like take over the world or whatever, but it's not even that. It's way stupider than that, kind of. But yeah, no, this is, and it's all a game, right? It's all a game to Chairman Rose, and we're literally just gonna play a game of Find the Guard here in a second. This isn't good, but I got this one. Team Yell's Yellin will handle this. It's brilliant. I'll search around the front of the stadium. For now, we should try to head to the plaza together, right? Yep. Alright, let's all work together and head for Rose Tower. So yeah, like, all of a sudden now we have this conflict with with Chairman Rose and whatnot. For no fucking reason. Just because Leon was, late to show up? And now we think he's been, like, kidnapped or whatever, even though the game like, if they had said that Leon had been kidnapped, okay, fine. But no, every way this has been framed so far, I definitely don't get that impression. Even though that's the impression the game's giving me. Liga's leave staff member. Bad he was the one wearing those lame shades, right? So you can tell which one we're looking for because all the other ones have orange tinted glasses, but his are tinted black. It's this one. Bloke's awfully shifty, but I can't get him to turn around. Miss Selena's here. Yep. I turned around. You can't escape. In that case, time for a Pokemon battle. But yeah, it definitely feels like all of this is happening just to happen. Because in every other Pokemon game, at some point, you're expected to fight the evil villain team, right? You're expected to, like, have to, you know, infiltrate the villain's evil lair. So even though there's been no set, I mean, again, there have been hints here and there that Olina and Chairman Rose aren't exactly great people. But in this moment, it all feels very forced. At least that's my opinion on it. And I know I'm not alone on that one. It just, like, because even though we could have just done the gym challenge, because Pokemon games are expected to have an evil team, right? Team Rocket, Team Magma and Aqua, Team, Plasma, Team Galactic, whatever Lysander's team was, the Aether Foundation, Team Skull, I guess. Again, because the thing is, at least in Gen 7, you had two evil teams. Team Skull and the Aether Foundation, right? The Aether Foundation was built up as these, like, great people who helped out Pokemon. Oh, surprise, Lucamine's actually secretly evil. And now, Gen 7 has a very similar sequence to this, where you have to, like, break into the Aether Foundation base and fight a bunch of Aether Foundation grunts and whatnot. But in my opinion, while it's not set up better, it gets better payoff. Right? The whole bit with the Aether Foundation has better payoff than what we're going to get here with Chairman Rose. Let's fight him again. Yeah, and I mean, and there are also, like, hints that, like, that the Aether Foundation also isn't great, but it's set up, oh shit, not much better, but technically better. Mawile is Steel Fairy. But yeah, this is just a mess. This is just because everyone expects a villain team. So they this is something that Pokemon has been grandfathered into, even though it kind of blows up the story in the process. Because, yeah, having that bit with Team Yell earlier on in the game where we had to, where we were in the town, and, right, Piers being basically the leader. It's just, it doesn't have as much stake, like, it's not as high stakes, but I feel like that was fine. Because it didn't really matter, because, everything is revolved around this soccer aesthetic up until now. Everything related to soccer, or football. So, this is the first time that's really, like, breaking that aesthetic. And that's why everything falls apart right here. As a result. So yeah, it's a mess. What it all comes down to is that this is a mess. And, like, it doesn't seem so bad at the moment. But I think it really falls apart when it gets to the payoff. So we keep having to chase after this guy, who's now over here on the phone booth. I really should have switched out Obstagoon. Again, I just keep forgetting. Ew. Okay, that did nothing. But it is nice to have Marnie, right? To have Team Yell and Marnie supporting us. That's cool. That's like the one cool thing about this part. Because, yeah, again, and it goes back to Team Skull. Team Skull, for being the evil team, is just so charming. Right? There are a lot of charming people. It's through the little pieces of dialogue that just makes you really like Team Skull. Right? Those, like, little interactions you see. And Team Yell is definitely just trying to do that again, but less successful. But them failing to, like, be just Team Skull again is still better than just the villain of this game being the Aether Foundation again. Right? Just a worse... If the evil teams in this game are just worse versions of the Gen 7 team, then yeah... God, it's just... They're handled so poorly. Because, again, none of this even fucking matters at the end of the day. Okay, there we go. Got me cornered, but I'm not going to give you... Getting an earful from Miss Orlean is way worse than anything you lot can do. Look, catching me on the monorail. Go find Hop, will corner the League staff member at the station. Oh, they're all the same now. Dang it. Which one is which? Did a cracking job at cornering that bagged lead staff member. Let me sing you a song fitting your rockin' deeds. The only thing a humble singer can do is sing a humble song. Maybe I can't cheer someone on just with the tune I play. Maybe my song don't make anyone happy, maybe I can't help. But still, the only thing I can do is sing my humble song. Hey, isn't that Pierce? Why is he doing a street performance? I think you mean a station performance. Come on, let's see if we can get closer. We're starting a freaking mosh just to get through. Oh yeah. We got the key. We can take the monorail to Rose Tower now. So yeah, somehow in that chaos we got the key. There's a chance to go get out of here. Here we are, Rose Tower. Not a terrible villain headquarters. I mean, it makes sense that it becomes the battle tower in the post-game. How tall do you think it is? I can't even see the top from here. Should we do? Team Yell is going to have their hands full holding up the bag league staff members. Catching up anytime soon. Let's go on ahead. There's no champion for you to... So yeah, again, they're treating it like he's been kidnapped. When that's... this game's a fucking mess. At least this part is. Again, I don't hate all the soccer stuff. Employees and employee, I guess it seems the exec lady hid the monorail key to try to impress the chairman. Chairman Rose being kidnapped, the champions hold up inside. Wonder what he's plotting. Times like these, when tensions and passions run high, remind me of the Spike Month in the old days. Some right wild concerts we had back then, but no encores. Better get going, I'll send some support your way with EL. Make sure my bro doesn't do anything too crazy. Oh, come on, Marnie, you could come with us. I mean, hopefully you'll be a better challenge than Hop. Is there a... I thought there was a Poké Center around here. I guess that doesn't happen until later. Okay, let's do some healing up. Yeah, we need to buy more revives and hyper potions. I guess let's... We haven't used Morty in a while. Let's start off with Morty. May not be the best idea. But we'll see. Again, most of these people seem steel, and so I know that's not great, but we have to start somewheres. For some reason, I thought there was a Poké Center outside of the tower. I guess not. Maybe that happens in the post-game. It's huge in here. What in the world is this place meant to be? Don't know if you knew this already, but I heard Rose Tower was built on a power spot. You know what I'm saying? When we get up to the roof, we can have a bit of space. We can Dynamax our Pokemon. All well and good, but less certain is whether the lift can get us to the top. This tower has like 100 floors, right? You'll be leaving right now. There's no need to worry about the lift. Intruder alert. Help remove the intruders from the premises at once. It's the end of the line for you kids. Get rid of the intruders. I'll probably get a big bonus. So part of also what's going on here is that even though they're framing it like Leon has been kidnapped, at the same time, it's not really that Rose has been doing it. It's more that Olina is like doing it. Like she's the one who's orchestrating this game. She's the one who's like impeding our progress. Right? We haven't even seen much of Rose since we got here. Dreams finally affording a house on my own. Chairman's at the top of the building. Nearly to Chairman Rose. Okay, Morty's not gonna work out. Okay, if we're fighting... Let's do Ravenway. I know we're fighting mostly steel types, but we'll figure it out. So you know how, like, in most Pokemon, or in previous Pokemon games, you would have, like, you would go to the villain headquarters and you'd, like, have to go through this maze, and there would be, like, teleporter tiles, and, right, like, one-way tiles that shot you off in a specific direction, and you'd have to get, like, key cards and whatnot. Right, you know, that's how most previous Pokemon games work, right? Yeah, when it comes to infiltrating the villain's lair in this game, it's literally just an elevator ride. Like, we're literally just in the opening section of the Haunted Mansion, for Pete's sake. It's kinda dumb. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this game just strips out a lot of stuff from Pokemon games. But the problem is, it just doesn't replace it with anything. I think Bronzong is what, Psychic? We should use Urshifu. That might be nice. Because we never got a better dark type move for Ravenway, or at least I never really looked for one. We'll see what this does. I don't know what Copperajah. I know it's Steel, but I don't know what the other type is. Okay, that does better damage. But yeah, like in most previous, you get like these like mazes as like the final villain headquarters. Right? Like there's not even a Victory Road in this game. Which I'm pretty sure has been in every previous Pokemon game up to this point. Now, again, I'm fine with, like, removing some of this stuff as long as you replace it with something else. And yeah, sure, this game has the wild area, but the wild area, as we get into the end game here, the wild area isn't really much of a replacement when push comes to shove, you know? And yeah, this isn't like... The villain team here just kind of comes out of nowheres. And it's... Well, again, technically it's been set up, but only the bare minimum. And it really only happens here because we need something to happen, right? Because Pokemon dictates that we must do something here before we fight the final bosses. Oh, cool. Hop will heal me up here. Let's try... If I can switch, which I don't think I can. I was going to try to switch over to Urshifu. Because, yeah, I should... That would have made sense. But, yeah, we can't even move. Pressure. Okay. Have we not fought Clang before? I guess we fought Clang, but not just Clang itself. Ah, crap. See, the problem is Hop leads with... Hop has Cinderace, but he leads with Dubwool. And Dubwool is just so much... Right? He doesn't have any... Because these are all Steel guys. So it's just not going to be as effective. Now, this reversal, that can do a bit of damage. But... That's not something you can always use. Yeah. Alright. Let's Steel Wing. Don't expect it to do much, but we'll see. I guess it's effective on Mawile, because Mawile is Fairy, and I know Fairy's weak to Steel. We should just be able to slowly kill it, though. Come on, send out Cinderace. Assuming I don't kill it here. Okay, we killed it. Okay, that's fine. Because, yeah, now, I should say, I really like Gen 7. I don't know if I've said that recently, but I'll say it again. I think Gen 7's a really good game. Because Gen 7 makes some changes. Like, Gen 7 gets rid of the gym leader thing. But they replace it with something that I know some people don't care for, but I personally think is a really good change of pace. I like the challenges in Gen 7. They're basically gyms, but, you know, they play a little differently, and they definitely inspire, like, some stuff in Legends Arceus. There's another thing. Like, I know Legends Arceus doesn't have, like, an Elite Four and stuff like that. But it definitely feels like they replaced it with something, you know? They tried to do something different. Right? Legends Arceus is just a very different game, and that's fine, because they're doing different things with it. Whereas this is trying to be a very traditional Pokemon game. But it's just missing a lot of factors. Yeah, okay. I was like, I knew we had to have some super effective stuff with a serious blick. Come on, hit one more time. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, let's just see what Surging Strike does to the Stunfisk. Again, it's really good that Urshifu evolved. Honestly, that makes a load of difference. I was actually looking into stuff on, like, legendaries, right? The difference between, like, mythicals, legendaries, pseudo-legendaries, ultra beasts. I don't know, I don't remember what brought on me looking it up, but yeah. I was thinking about it. Okay, so this is something I was thinking about. Alright, let's go to the top. Is Rotom a legendary? Because in its original appearance in Gen 4, you could, as far as I know, you could only get a single Rotom. So I would have considered it a legendary. But now, in our current gen, oh, what do I want to use for... Okay, Orlina, let's, I guess, leave off with Hargrid. But yeah, now in our current, like, generation of Pokemon, you can get an infinite number of Rotoms. So does that mean Rotom is no longer a legendary? Was Rotom ever a legendary? I personally, again, you could only get one of them. I would consider it a legendary. I know Type Null / Silvally is considered a legendary because you can only get one of them. But yeah, it's just something I was thinking about the other day. And is it the only Pokemon that's done that? Especially with... and then that was in response to Manaphy, which is it no longer a mythical because of Legends Arceus. But okay, whatever. I'll not allow you to disturb the great Chairman Rose. You shall be the first. I'll beat you into pieces, and the champion will have no one to battle and thus lose heart. In that state, he will listen to anything the chairman says. Okay, so another thing that could have happened here with the story, the way they kind of set it up, is that they could have made it so that instead of the whole energy crisis thing that's about to happen, they could have made the story that Chairman Rose was intentionally sabotaging the Pokemon League Cup or whatever, right? The whole Champions Battle thing. And he was rigging matches to make sure Leon would never lose. Right? Which is, again, because this game is heavily, right? Instead of Chairman Rose being this whole, like, energy, like, guy, right? He runs, like, power plants. They could have just made him, like, the head of FIFA. And the whole, right, villain plot thing could have been about corruption. And, right, rigging matches and sports gambling and whatnot. But that's not what the story is about. Instead, we now have this whole energy crisis thing, which, again, they'll explain here in a minute. Milotic. We definitely want to switch out. But to what? We don't have any grass-type moves. I didn't think about that either. But yeah, no, it's kind of... Right, there's an obvious plot here that would deal with, like, corruption in sports betting. And that's just not the route the game took. And it's kind of disappointing, right? Like, it would make a lot of sense for sport betting to be, like, the big thing. Because everything else in this game is built around the Champions Cup. Except for this one thing. It's just kind of disappointing, you know? Like, they had the potential there, and instead the plot just kind of explodes in on itself. Because, like, even Olena's motivation right here is not to, like, defeat the champion or anything, but is in... Oops, I actually wanted to keep who I was with. I think. Okay, maybe that actually wasn't the best idea. Because, yeah, we are... Oops, I actually... Oops. Okay, we're fine. But yeah, no, there is... Because, yeah, Alina wants to, like, make the champion lose his motivation. So that way he'll just do whatever Chairman Rose asks him to. Yeah, we'll keep going. Ursafu's doing us good right now. Again, if I remember correctly, this thing is, like, really good in competitive play. But yeah, no, it's just... There's wasted potential here. And it's even... And it's, weirdly enough, it's even more complicated than that. Not that the story is more complicated, but even though the story does implode in on itself here, and, like, it currently is in the process of doing that. Because, again, none of this works. At the same time, I see the potential. I see the potential for something good here. Let's Gigantamax Carpal. We've never done that. Or Dynamax, because Carkle has a... Carkle. Colossal has a Gigantamax form. But, you know, you need to either have caught it in the event or, you know, taken it to the Eat the Max suit. And we didn't do either of those things. Should use some truly spectacular Gigantamaxing. So I know people really hate Garbodor. I think a lot of the hate's overblown. But I like Garbodor's Gigantamax form. I like that it's got right, the plane, the cruise ship, the building, the doll, the Pokédoll and the substitute doll, the car. I know they're toys, but I think it's a great design. I like Garbodor. I think Garbodor is actually a pretty cool Pokemon. What I mean is that it's strong, right? I've had great success with Garbodor in the past. So yeah, I like it. And yeah, I think the Gigantamax form is pretty cool. I know some people will never be able to look past trash bag Pokemon, but it's better than cum Pokemon. Oof. Come on, Karkle. I believe in you. I keep calling it Karkle. Come on, Hargrid. Ah, so close. Oh, it's got weak armor. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna outspeed me here. Okay, so, yeah, I think this is our first time Gigantamaxing Hargrid. And it's definitely gonna die here. We'll still be able to kill it, though. I'll think of something. Maybe Raven Wave. Bad show, old sport. Bad showing. Yeah, we've still got so much other I think honestly, this is one of the better team compositions I've done. Because like I was saying earlier, my team in Diamond and Pearl did great through the gyms. Right? I never had a single problem with the gyms. And then the second I got to the Elite Four, I realized 4 of my 6 team members were weak to Earthquake. And that was it. That was the end. And yeah, the Elite Four, especially Cynthia, took 4 fucking ever. And then there was my team in Gen 6, where I was able to beat the entire Elite Four with just 2 Pokemon. That went pretty well. They really are a hopeless woman. This is inexcusable. What was I thinking? Any gym challenger who's made it this far would be no pushover. Under normal circumstances, I would have tried to delay you further. However, all the necessary wishing stars have been collected. Do as you wish. There is nothing to be done now. You and Colossal are unstoppable. I did to further the chairman's own goals. Leon, we've discussed this hundreds of times already, and still you fail to understand what's at stake. You, who is supposed to be our champion. I think I understand well enough. What I don't understand is why we ought to cancel tomorrow's tournament in order to solve a problem that is 1,000 years away from affecting any of us. What difference is one day going to make? My duty as champion isn't this madness is to carry out the champions match. That's what Galar wants and what I want. It's what we've all been looking forward to for so long. No, you don't understand. You still don't understand a thing. Look around us, Leon. Look at the Galar region stretched out before us. And know that the energy required to keep this brilliant, glittering world alive will be exhausted a millennium from now. The people of Galar today will no longer even exist. What Galar wants today hardly matters. The future is more important than just one day. We must act as quickly as possible as we can. We must take action in order to avert tragedy so that all can look forward to a better future. In 1,000 years? Fine. Look, I think I understand your concern, Chairman, and I give you my word I'll help out with your plans just as soon as tomorrow's match is over. You never showed up when you were supposed to, so I got worried that something happened to you. Piers and Marnie and all those Team Yellow oddballs, they helped us get here. I must apologize to you, Hop, if we've made you worry at all. There are times when adults just can't seem to have an honest discussion with one another. Sometimes our pride just gets in the way. Never mind any of this, Hop. Let's head back to the hotel and all grab dinner together, yeah? It's on me. You can order whatever you fancy. You'll excuse us, Chairman Rose, and I do hope you'll watch tomorrow's match. I'm sure it'll be one for the history books. One for the history books. You still don't understand, young champion. No, I am going to change the course of history. So, it turns out Chairman Rose is actually our son, and we were frozen in the ice for 60 years and not 10 years like we originally expected. So now our son has recruited our help to go get the beryllium agitator, so that way we can save all of Galar from the potential crisis that lays within its future. God, it's a fucking mess. And I think part of the symptom of it, and Chairman Wright, he says oh, there are some times when the adults need to take some time to talk to each other and let our pride get in the way. Part of the problem with the story is that everything that has to do with the energy crisis has just been shoved to the side up until this point. Anytime anything happened with the reactor and Hammerlock, Leon and Sonia were like, oh, we'll go worry about it. We'll go take care of it. You kids continue on with your gym challenge. And because of that, we have little to no investment in this whole energy crisis thing. Because it's not come up until this point, right? Or when it has, it's just been, oh, the adults will take care of it. That's another massive problem. Whereas, like I said, in previous Pokemon games, you're the one going out there and fighting the villain team. Right? You're the one who goes into Team Magma's base. You're the one who climbs the volcano to meet Archie at the top. Right? There's all this stuff that's going on as you're entering the plot. You're the one helping your rival try to get back his sister's Pokemon from Team Plasma who kidnapped it. And right before the game started? Right? You're actually invested. This I have no investment in. And the worst part is that in some ways, Chairman Rose is right. This energy problem he's worried about is actually a real problem. And making move, and he's better than any sitting politician. Because, right, the current, sitting senators and representatives, right, they're all, 80-year-old baby boomers. They don't give a shit what happens to the planet, because they'll all be fucking dead. Chairman Rose actually gives a shit. He's a better person than, anyone in Congress. But it's still... And then it's just oh, just wait one more day. Part of me thinks the reason why he wants to do it tomorrow is because he knows that because Rose believes that, Leon will lose to us. And if Rose has Leon in his pocket, so if Leon is no longer champion, then he won't be able to do what he wants. That's why Rose is freaking out and wants to do it tomorrow, is because if Leon's no longer champion, he can't do what he wants. That's my guess anyways. It's still a fucking mess. Honestly, if again, this is an idiot plot. If Rose had just waited one more day, he could have everything he wanted. Even if Leon's not the champion, he still would have helped him. But no, because we need the plot to happen. Right, Chairman Rose has to act like an idiot here. Butterfree in my stomach since I woke up. Alright, let's continue on with the gym challenges shit, I guess. I'm gonna escort you to the stadium. No, wait, please. It's not like those other league staff. I'm the good one. Her desire to assist the chairman and his goals, I'm afraid. She was cultivating her own group of league staff in secret to be deployed for things debacle last night. And then, yeah, and then at the end of this, we break into this tower to save Leon. And then we just let Chairman Rose go, right? Because this was all like espionage or whatever, right? This is all subterfuge within Chairman Rose's corporation, whose name I don't even remember. It's... God, this is a mess. No. It's just a pain, honestly, and that's... Again, and I feel like it's mostly been fine up to this point. It's just here at the end that it all... That, like, all... It's mostly... The game's story has mostly been fine up to this point, because it's focused on the gym challenge stuff. Now that we're no longer doing the gym challenge stuff, it's all just falling apart. And I'm making all of these, like, inferences, but really the game doesn't actually support, like, much of it at all. Because there's very little going on here. And God, Pokemon needs voice acting. Like, I'm going to be so fucking disappointed when the new game doesn't have voice acting. It really needs it, man. Because, like, yeah, the Pokemon Gen 8 protagonist emotes better than the Gen 7 protagonist. The Gen 7 protagonist just is you could replace them with, like, a balloon with a smiley face drawn on it, and you'd get the same effect, right? That's... Oh, shit. Okay, I gotta go get a controller or something. Ah, crap. Alright, I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Because, yeah, this one dead. Okay, here we are. We're back. I had to go get a controller. Do we save? I wanted to save. We're going to lead off with Karkle, because, you know, he's got, whatnot. We're going to go buy some items first. I should have done that already, assuming they'll let us. The greatest stadium in all of Galar. We're going to show everyone the greatest battle ever made. Be on fire. Go get yourself checked in. Okay, let me head by the shop real quick. I meant to... Gotta remember to do this. Hyper potions. We'll buy 14. What are full heals? Okay. I don't think we'll actually need that many, but I'll buy... Yeah. And then we'll buy another 10. Again, I don't actually think this is going to be too bad. I hope not, anyways. I don't actually think so. I probably could have bought more, but it's actually not that big of a deal. Alright, you've been waiting. Since you won your way through the semifinals, you must face off against the gym leaders in the finals, and they won't be holding back. Whoever makes it through the final bracket will win the right to challenge the champion. So are you ready to go to the locker room? Yeah. So normally, again, this is what I talk about with like, oh, if you're going to remove something, you got to replace it. And I have very complicated feelings on this. Because they've removed the Elite Four, and instead we're just going to fight the gym leaders again. Yeah, so now we have a chance to fight the gym leaders. I'm going to win my way through every round. Take on Leon. I failed to repay Duraldon and the rest of my team. And then sort of battle, then you face in the gym challenge. This is a serious match. Ryan, of all people, what rotten luck. Gordy. I always forget this guy's name. I remember his mom's name. No. Press on. So yeah, they've gotten rid of the Elite Four, and instead we're going to have to fight gym leaders again. But it's not the same gym leaders we fought before. Or it's not going to be like, we're not going to have to fight like the first gym leader, then the second gym leader, then the third. We'll just fight like, I think 3 of them at random. Which is, again, in theory, it's fine. Because we had the opening part of the tournament where we get to fight our rivals again. And they do one interesting thing with it. You'll see her in a minute. But I still... Elite Four has a certain, like, gravitas to it. And now we're just kind of missing that. Greater Heights is the trainers of Galar. Time has come for you to battle it out until only the greatest challenger remains. So on behalf of the chairman, allow me to say, let the final matches begin. Because again, this is all a metaphor for like soccer, right? This is all just putting Pokemon in a soccer contest. And of course, the teams you fight like previously in a soccer contest, right? If they all make it to the finale, you have to fight them again. So like, it makes sense, but again, I like the Elite Four. This is the one thing, right? So I have that whole problem, is I kind of miss the Elite Four. But this is the one good thing about it. A moment, if I may. Does anyone here remember me? B, the challenger who was forced to withdraw from the gym challenge. It's by the chairman Rose himself. I have a score to settle with you. I'm aware that it is against the rules, but I must ask nonetheless. Let me battle him. I'll stake my career as a challenger on this battle. If I lose, I'll retire from being a trainer. Has come for one last battle. All our viewers, both here and in the stadium and at home in front of the telly, we ask you, please be patient. I know this is ridiculous of me, but I had to say something, do something. Since you showed up, everything I've done has gone wrong. It was Alina who asked me to gather the wishing stars for the chairman, but then the chairman himself disowned me, and then the strange old lady comes out of nowhere, drags me into boot camp on fairy-type Pokemon. Do you have any idea what I've been through, covered in pink, dealing with quizzes and battles with fairy Pokemon every day? Here I am pouring my heart out to you when I never lost my cool before. The champion himself has accepted Bede's the champion is showing his love by giving every trainer a chance to grow stronger. The trial for the challenger hasn't been broken yet. Because again, if you notice, when we went through all those gym leaders, the one that was absent is the fairy type gym leader. And now Bede is the fairy type gym leader, more or less. I mean, it literally has the title of gym leader, so yeah. Again, I actually, this is the one part where it's like, because like I said, that pre-tournament was nice because it gave you a chance to, fight all your rivals again. And so the one nice part about this gym challenge is that it gives you a chance to fight Bede again. Right? There are some good... Again, when it comes to Pokemon, the Pokemon battling gym leader aspect, I think they did cover basically all of their bases. And if they had just made Chairman Rose evil, the evil head of FIFA, and, you know, have him rig matches, I really do feel like they would have had all their bases covered. Of course, that still wouldn't... People would still hate this game regardless because of the National Dex controversy. But still, it would have been nice. So, I think we want to use Diabolo here, if I remember correctly, because everything in his team is either going to be Psychic or Fairy. I guess we could actually... We could use Morty. We haven't actually done much with Morty. Oh, who's my babe? Who's the chosen one, Morty? I know I called somebody else the chosen one earlier, but... Nah, Morty's still the chosen one. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I'm pretty confident at where we are right now. Be nice if we had some stat boosts from Morty, but we only have heal pulse. But it'll work. It'll all work out in the end. Hopefully. Because, yeah, with poison, we can just tear through his team. So while all this gym stuff is going on, I might as well say this. So, there's no way this is his last... Is this his last Pokemon? There's no way, right? I mean, I still feel confident using Morty, but... Wow, he only has 4. Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. Morty, you get to Dynamax, baby boy. You're the chosen one, after all. I'm honestly surprised they didn't give Morty a special Gigantamax form. So mainly because the rival gym leader, or the rival in the Isle of Armor uses it, and so I think it would make sense. But technically, Urshifu gets a special Gigantamax form, so I guess that's why. So yeah, while all this gym... So for the past, like, hour now, while all this gym challenge stuff has been going on, Nintendo put up the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition on their store, on their, like, website, and I've been waiting in line for the past, like, hour. This entire time I've had it pulled up on my phone, just waiting for it to see if anything comes from it. So far, nothing, but, you know, I'll wait. I have patience. Come on. Yeah, Morty. You got this. When they just zoomed in on all, like, the spectators, you could tell that they're all, like, 2D. Like, you could see that they're all, like, 2D sprites. Like cardboard cutouts. I'm disappointed Morty and Sirius Black never caught up with the rest of the team. They've always been, like, 3 levels behind. Couldn't win, but at least I was able to show everyone how great fairy types are. Lost. It looks like the Challenger B, that was no match for Challenger. Damn. It's trusted team. That was some match. Just restart your career. This isn't what I planned. I was able to defeat you, then everything would be fine. Even if I lost, I was going to use retiring as an excuse to get away from that old lady. You just keep messing with my plans. With everyone cheering me on like this, I have no choice but continue training as the fairy-type gym leader. Though I suppose with my talents, I'll be able to overtake Miss Opal in no time. Back. So, you know what's interesting about the whole thing with Bede and Marnie? So, like, okay, let me heal up real quick if I need to. Okay, we're all good. So, okay, one of the things again, with the whole plot of this game, a big part of it is that, that has to do with the part I like, the soccer stuff, is that a lot of this game is about generations, right? Passing on from one generation to the next, right? Leon is the champion, his younger brother wants to be the champion as well, right? Marnie's older brother is a gym leader, and he expects her to become a gym leader. Bede gets taken in by Opal to become the next fairy-type gym leader. But Bede is also Chairman Rose's prodigy, right? There's a whole level in this game that is all about, like, generational. It's not even generational. Again, a lot of them are like brother and sister, or brother and brother. But it's about passing the torch down from the older generation to the younger generation. Which, again, I think kind of makes sense. Honestly, the big problem comes with Hop, and that's only because Hop is poorly written, right? Hop is just written as this, like, it's just written so annoyingly, and Leon isn't written much better. But, like, with Marnie and her brother, I like Marnie and her brother, and I feel like the whole thing about her, right, she doesn't want to be a gym leader, she wants to be the champion. But it does also beg the question, shouldn't competing in the tournament make you the gym leader? What's the difference between becoming a gym leader and becoming the champion, right? Like, there has to be a because, you know, like, you would think, like, oh, if you rank high enough in these tournaments, then you could just become a gym leader instead. Like, what allows, like, Opal and Pierce to pass down their gym leadership, but you still have to, like, battle in these things to, like, earn yourself as champion. And then what's with the poison and the psychic guy, right? They want to be gym leaders as well one day, and presumably champions. But that's specifically what they're training towards. So basically, before every one of these challenges, we're going to lay out stealth rocks. Because we might as well, you know. So this is going to really hurt. Okay, that really fucking hurt. This is where we're going to start coming into problems. And I don't have any grass type. I don't have any grass, and I don't think I have any electric. So we are definitely in for a flummoxing here. This is going to be the hard one. And then, yeah, and later in the post-game, when you, like, fight these gym leaders again, they actually do use different, you can fight, like, different ones. So, like, in this first battle, instead of doing Nessa, we could have fought, Milo. His name's Milo, right? Yeah, we're not exactly in the best position here. Because, yeah, we don't have any grass. We don't have any electric. And those are really Water's two weaknesses. So we're just going to have to rely on taking advantage of the second typing. For those who have second typing. I think she ends off with a... Okay, I think we'll be fine. Oh my god, did we... I didn't even... It just died from the spikes, didn't it? Huh. I think I remember what she Gigantamaxes, so I think we'll be fine. We can just keep spamming Drill Peck. And hopefully it all works out. Yeah, hopefully it all works out. Is she gonna send out her last one here, or does she have one more? Okay, she has one more. But you're a flying type, aren't you? Too bad I don't have any electric. That'll be fine. We can just keep drill pecking. Hasn't failed me yet, even though we will switch at some point. Probably after this thing goes down. I mean, we could honestly stay with what we've got, because I think her final is weak to steel, but I think I'm gonna switch. Oh gosh, what is Dreadnought weak to? Okay, it was not what I thought it was. Dreadnought, oh shit. I thought it was Lapras. I thought her final one was Lapras. Okay. So yeah. 4 times weak to grass. Too bad I don't have any grass. Yeah, I thought she had a Lapras as her last one. I guess not. It seemed right in my head. Oh god, I hate Max Knuckle. Honestly, I don't like the Max Gigantamax moves. I just don't think they're that good. Here's Sirius Black's non-Gigantamax form. Yeah, you're fine. Oh, and that sets up like a Stealth Rock, doesn't it? Or something along those lines. You know what? So I haven't watched the new Pokemon anime, the Sword and Shield anime. I don't remember. Is it called Journeys? But I have seen a clip of Team Rocket's Pokedex. So in the anime, Team Rocket has like a knockoff Pokedex or something. And it's like, Dwednaw, the mob Pokemon. Right? It like speaks like that. Dwednaw is a ferocious beast. Right? It kind of does something like akin to like the Uwu voice. It's really fucking funny. Right? There's like a few, I've seen like 2 or 3 clips of it. And one of them is Dreadnought, which is what got me thinking of it. But it's pretty funny. Dwednaw, the mob Pokemon. We defeated Nessa, and now we pulled it off again. Just too much. Even with my Dynamax partner, weathered our waves and stood firm. Saying something about how amazing you were. I wish I paid more attention to what she was talking about. Got their eyes on you now. Current all the way to the end. Alright, so next we're fighting Bay. And I'm assuming we're going to be fighting Ryan after that. Okay, so fighting type. We don't have any psychics. Because we never did find, what's their face. And we don't have any fairy. Oh wait, no, Slowbro is psychic, isn't he? For some reason, I think Slowbro, in my mind, he's water poison. Because I think normal Slowbro is water poison. No, you are psychic. Okay, Morty, you'll be fine then. Okay, we've got this then. Yeah, this is going to be a piece of cake. We just don't have any fairy type moves. But that ain't that big of a deal. Yeah, we don't... For some reason, I thought you had to heal up between matches. I guess not. I mean, in theory, I don't have a problem with that. That definitely makes things less stressful. Karate Prodigy. Let's hear it for Bay. Best trainer. I guess there was artwork released recently of a bunch of, like, the female trainers in Pokemon. And, like, Bay... It was official artwork. And Bay is, like, a foot taller than everybody else. It was something, like, wild like that. As always, let's start with Stealth Rock. Assuming we don't die immediately. Because we actually... Carkle has Rock Blast, so in theory he can do fine here. But it's the height... He gets 2-shot, and that's the problem. Okay, we're not going to send out Morty immediately. Instead... Let's actually do something different. Let's start off with Draco. It's been a hot minute since we've used Draco. And that should one-shot, yeah. Surfetched. I don't think it's fighting normal. Is it fighting? God, I don't remember what type Surfetched is. I can actually get a Surfetched in this version. Either way, I knew it'd be weak to something. Ravenway has. Phalanx. Yeah, Phalanx is just pure fighting, if I remember correctly. We're actually in a, even though we don't have a fairy type, we're actually in a, again, and I don't know why I don't think of Morty as a psychic type. I don't know, like, I should. It's just in my head it's a poison water. You can tell Morty was like the, it's funny, going into this game, I'll be totally honest, before we did the whole, like, right, this is my Joker arc thing that, again, we barely did. We're not even going to use Morty. before I did the whole "This is my Joker" arc. I had planned to use like a completely different team. Like literally, the only two that I had planned on still using were Urshifu and Inteleon. Other than that, I was definitely considering using a Surfetched. Right, but then we did Dark and Evil arc, so I had to pick stuff that more fit the team. We could have done Mr. Rhyme. Like, honestly, that would have fit as well, sadly. And not that I'm that's not that I'm complaining, you know. Because, you know, we could have been in the middle of a Nuzlocke right now, and we definitely would have lost everything. And I'll probably give her another chance at some point. Right, I'll give Nuzlocke another go at some point. But yeah, again, I think we're all prepared for the end here. Right, I've got everything I need. This is definitely one of the best teams I've constructed in a long. Even the last time I played through Gen 8, I don't think my team was as well put together. Don't remember what I had on my last Gen 8 team, other than Cinderace. Yeah, other than Cinderace, I think I had an Appleton. Yeah, Appleton, Barraskewda, Cinderace, and I don't remember the other three. For the wonderful match. You and your team, I'm upset that I lost, but I feel so satisfied and so refreshed. Say that it's the best sort of match anyone could hope for. Many more trainers and have many more matches in the future. And in no time, stay in those seats, folks. Yep, we're fighting Ryan. I don't know, I feel like every time I say you can fight the other challengers, but I feel like every time I've done this, it always ends with Raihan. Sorry. I thought my bro could get revenge for me, but he lost to Raihan. You look so sloppy out there that the people are going to think we're both weak because we're related. You got it wrong, sis. Raihan's just that strong. But I was able to show everyone in the audience how amazing a proper battle without using Dynamax can be. Alright, I get it. But that's exactly what I wanted to win. I still thought it was a brilliant battle, though. I'm counting on you to win. Got that? I'll be cheering for you. Sorry to come in with the chin wag just before the final match. Raihan's waiting for you on the pitch. We're looking forward to the good battle. Okay, so we've got Inteleon. So our best bet here is Inteleon. We're going to have to keep Inteleon. But we also have a few other things. Like his Duraludon, he's going to Gigantamax his Duraludon, and we've got Urshifu to deal with that. We've got a few options. You know, I wonder if we're not getting friendship with the Pokemon because we haven't done camp so far. Right? We haven't like camped with them. Made it all the way here. That's why the champion himself endorsed you. He's my rival and he chose you, so I've got to first prove better than you before I beat him. I've reworked my whole team and now we're all geared up for one-on-one battles. I think that you beat me once already, but if you think you're the same Ryan you faced during the gym challenge, you'll soon regret it. For some reason, I thought this was a double battle as well. For some reason, I remember this being a double battle. I still think we're fine. Oh, Torkoal. It's to use either Sunny Day or Sandstorm. Yeah, that's Sunny Day, right? Okay, wait, give me a second. I've got something else to take care of. Give me a second. I'm assuming we use spikes. Torkoal is... I guess let's try bulldozing it, I guess. Yeah, give me a second. My brain's kind of split right now. I'm doing something else. Okay, so I'm assuming Bulldoze didn't do that much. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. See, I don't trust Rock Blast. I guess we'll see what it can do. I don't know, Torkoal's... We'll see what it does. I don't know. I know Torkoal's fire something. Ah, gosh dang, it's so close. If I had to, if I didn't know any better, I'd say it's going to use a full heal. Yeah. Okay, so remember I was talking like what, like a half hour ago, how I've been waiting for like an hour and a half to get the Xenoblade Chronicles like special edition. Yeah, I just got it. So that's neat, I guess. Honestly, I didn't think I'd get it. Because I know it was such a shit show to get it, like to get a copy of it. But yeah, so I now have the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Special Edition. Fuck, I need to play 2. God damn it, but I'm just addicted to Fallout 4 right now. Shit. Okay, we definitely need to switch off of Caracol. Flygon. What do I want to do against the Flygon? We're gonna switch, but I don't know to what yet. What do I want to do against Flygon? Do I want to just jump in with Draco? I think I don't have a choice, because I think Flygon is weak to... I think it's... Is it 4 times weak to ice? It might be. Yeah, I think I don't have a choice. Is this going to do a lot? Okay, no. For some reason I thought the spikes would do more. Maybe, again, I just know it does a lot against Charizard. Yeah, okay, that is stupid effective. I can't believe I actually managed to get it. Because I know people were having problems getting a copy of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Like the last time they went up. Okay, please let this work. I know Gudra's got some weird ability that, like, protects it against stuff. But I guess we're good. Yeah, if it's just gonna use Rain Dance, yeah, we're good. Where's my... There it is. I guess we'll just keep going with what we've got. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're good. I'm gonna take advantage of the rain. Because we get a boost. Right, type boost and everything. Yeah, that's gonna do a lot. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to giving my full attention to this. Duraldon. Is Duraldon weak to ice? Because if it's weak to ice, we'll just stay what we are. If it's not, we'll change. Duraldon is not weak to ice. Okay, then, Sirius Black, it's your time to shine. Have we used Obstagoon? You know, I've been trying to use different Pokemon. I have not used... I don't think we've used Obstagoon once, Diabolo. I mean, we used them a lot in the preliminaries. Yeah, it's only 1 times effective to ice. But it's twice as... It's weak to fighting. I think that's actually its only weakness, is fighting. No, it's also weak to ground, okay. Yeah, it's so that makes sense. Alright, let's finish this off. And then let's go fight the champion. It's not like anything's gonna go wrong, right? It's one for the history books. It's not like Chairman Rose is gonna do anything evil to sabotage us. Right? You know, I like Duraldon because I love Mechagodzilla, so I like Duraldon. I do not care for Duraldon's Gigantamax form. Like, yeah, I know it's based on the building, it's not called the Spire. I don't remember what the building's called. But it doesn't really do it for me, you know? Yeah, it doesn't... Duraldon's Gigantamax. I just don't think it's that special. Definitely in my original plan for, like, how I was going to do this run before I became evil, I was definitely thinking about using Duraldon. We almost did there for a moment. When I didn't think Kubfu could evolve, I almost threw everything out the window and just used Duraldon. That was definitely a possibility. We almost also used Axew as well. But no, I'm glad everything worked out with Kubfu. My lovely Pokemon and I have become much stronger than we were before, but you just blew right past us, beyond anything I'd imagined. Still pretty young myself, but it just goes to show that there's always someone younger coming. Up and reaching farther than you ever dreamed, and you've got your whole future ahead of you. Keep up the momentum, prove that Leon's not unbeatable. Endorsed by the champion, will now face the very man who endorsed him. Yep. Alright, here we are. Let's go beat the champion. Finally, big moments here. Came to cheer you on, you know? Still not easy picking sides after all the showdown between my big brother and my rival. Who should I really want to win more? Right, you reckon I should cheer for you? Couldn't agree more. After all, we did start this thing together way back in Postwick. So you better beat Lee, you hear? If anyone can beat the unbeatable champion, it'll be you, mate. So I don't think... It doesn't matter who we go in with. But, you know, the way we have our team composed right now is fine. So that's what we're going to use, but trust me, it doesn't matter. What is the one thing you would pick if you could... That's a hard one. I'm assuming when you say thing, you mean like it could be like anything from like voice acting, bringing back Mega Evolutions. I'm assuming you're talking about stuff like that, right? Or are you just meaning like a specific, like what Pokemon would I want to bring back? And see, like okay, this is technically cheating for what the question you're asking. But the one thing I want, if I could have anything, it would be for the game to be more like Legends Arceus. Like I want the game to be like 10% like Sword and Shield and 90% Legends Arceus. That's what I want more than anything. And again, we're already looking to be somewhat there, but I want them to fully commit. I think Legends Arceus is the best Pokemon game. Definitely the best Pokemon game in the past, like, 15 years. Yeah, I really like Sun and Moon, but Sun and Moon's got problems. And Legends Arceus is better than Sun and Moon. I still really like it, but yeah, I want it to be more like Sun and Moon. I want it to be more like Legends Arceus. That's my biggest hope. Because I loved the open world experience of Legends Arceus, and with just a few minor tweaks, Scarlet and Violet could be the best game ever. But I worry they're going to make it too much like Sword and Shield. And if it becomes too much like Sword and Shield, it's not going to be as good. Because honestly, just playing Sword and Shield again after playing Legends Arceus, this game is definitely way more clunky than Sword and Shield. Or than Legends Arceus. Sword and Shield is definitely way more clunky than Legends Arceus. The tense, still air is on the pitch, and the exact opposite from the audience cheering and yelling. They're both fantastic, wouldn't you say? But remember, the audience is also a bit cruel. They want nothing more than to see one of us lose after all. It can fill you with a fear knowing that, but I absolutely love pushing past the fear. I love giving it everything I've got as a trainer and seeing my team give everything they've got to seize another victory. It's the greatest feeling in the world and I can't get enough of it. I can feel my partners itching with anticipation inside their Pokeballs. We're going to have a real champion time. I'm the Galar Region's champion Leon. Me and Charizard and all the rest of our team will use our knowledge and experience to crush you completely. Wait, hold on. Look at the monitor. What's on the big screen? What about you, Bean Boy? What's the one thing you want from the new Pokemon game? Hello there, Leon. Just letting you know. I think it's time I brought about the darkest day for the sake of Galar's future, of course. But I'm a bit of a pickle. The energy released by the darkest day is too much for us to contain. I'm sorry it comes to this, but it's you who forced my hand, Leon. You refused to listen. God, these games need voice acting. Again, a good voice actor would be able to give this all the weight it deserves. And I know from the anime, I know the Pokemon Company has plenty of good voice actors under their belt. That was from Hammerlock Stadium, right? What in the world did the chairman do? I don't know. But everything he's saying yesterday, did he really pull this crazy stunt to solve some problem 1,000 years in the future? Champion, I have to go. I should have realized the chairman intended to do before I came. Take responsibility now fixing this mess. This is real champion time. Again, it goes back to the thing of this. The plot just constantly pushes us to the side and says, oh, the champion will take care of it. But this time we're actually going to do something. Yeah, you can help. Talking about the darkest day, the sky went black. Bring about... Where did you hear that name? Back in Modestoke. Statue of the Heroes. Actually, 2 heroes still. The 2 managed to bring an end to the darkest day. Might be sleeping somewhere, though, right? Where should we start looking? Back in the Slumbering Wealds. Let's go to the Slumbering Wealds. Okay, Hop, I'll meet you there. I definitely want raids to stay in some way. They were the funnest co-op experience in Sword and Shield. Yeah, the raids were fun. What I really like is the XP crystals you get from the raids. I felt like that, because you don't get XP from doing them, but you get those crystals. And using, like, especially when I'm doing competitive play, instead of having to, like, level up my Pokemon, the fact that I could just, or, like, having to challenge the Elite Four. Because, like, if you wanted to level up Pokemon in older games, you just had to re-challenge the Elite Four a bunch of times. But no, in Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus, you can just use the crystals. Great. The whole raid den in the Crown Tundra, that's also pretty good. Yeah, I get that. Giving you more stuff to do in the overworld. Because like, I feel like Legends Arceus had enough stuff to do in the overworld. Especially trying to get all the unknowns and whatnot. But Scarlet and Violet definitely could, right? It could use with stuff like that. I don't know, they have to strike a balance, but I think there's tons of potential. Tournament's off. The chairman saw is going to be sending the entire region into a state of havoc. Huh? What? What happened while I was researching things in the Slumbering Wild? Well, for starters, there's a great black storm or something over Hammerlock. They're calling it the darkest day. It's throwing everything into dismay. So I'm sure we don't need to worry too much. The unbeatable champion will take care of everything, won't he? Yes, the candies. Yeah, the candies are pretty amazing. Competitive play has become so much easier. The candies, the mints, Destiny. I know Destiny Knot was introduced in, what, Gen 5 or 6? But yeah, it's just become so much easier. The champion will be able to take care of everything, won't he? Hold on a tick, ma'am. Did you say the darkest day? The darkest day is the name for the black storm that nearly brought the Galar region to ruin in ancient times. I'm here to stop the darkest day. You're going to search for the Sword and Shield Pokemon. Here, take this. You should be able to head to the Slumbering Wild. I'll catch up with you once I'm done looking into something that's been bothering me. Oh, we got some max revives. So, is the darkest day a metaphor for, Vikings? Like, because Eternatus isn't, right, an alien from outer space. That's his whole thing. So, and we're in England, and right, this is this invading force that's going to bring about the end of England, potentially, or the Galar region. So, does that mean Eternatus is a metaphor for Vikings? Because that's what they did to the English back in the day. Huh. I mean, there is Berserker, which is a Viking Pokemon. So it's completely possible. You know, it's funny, but actually, it's the actual answer is, like, way stupider than that. It just being some sort of, like, alien is... Ugh. Again, anything that has to do with the energy crisis in this game just sucks. Everything else is decent, but the energy crisis stuff is a mess. I'm actually going to put Draco up front. I don't think the Slumbering Wild is too... Or the Slumbering... Yeah, Wields is too complicated. I didn't think it was as straight of a line, but... Galarian Wheezing. I still like Galarian Wheezing. Just great design. Oh, it's a Muna. It's a Muna? Mana? Oh, shit. I always pronounced it Muna. Right? It might actually be Mana. Or something like that. With this fog, it's even worse than the first time we came here. Oh, puppers. Look at the big puppers. They really are here, the Sword and Shield Pokemon. I knew it. We need your help over here. What in the world are you doing? Come off it, Sonia. You've seen that, right? The Sword and Shield Pokemon, they were right in front of us. You sure you haven't lost the plot? There's no one here but you two. They were just illusions or something. I finally found something. Mentions of a Sword Pokemon Zacian and a Shield Pokemon Zamazente. The writing said these two Pokemon were born somewhere beyond the Slumbering Weald, sometime long, long ago. It's an illusion or whatever. They did manage to find that Pokemon again. Those two used to carry are still here. Look at that. Now, every day, this place definitely feels like the stuff of legends. Alright, let's go pick up that shield, shall we? It's like the red orb and the blue orb. The one we pick controls the opposite one, right? I'm just joking. Sword and Shield of the Legends, they're true. You obtain the Rusted Sword. Said that the hero used the sword to halt terrible disasters in ancient times, but it's grown rusty and worn. Taking the shield. They might be peace so much. No, if the rusty old things really be able to stop the darkest day, well, I guess it can't hurt to have them along. Let's hope they bring us some good luck. And themselves really are still asleep somewhere, so it seems we're all on our own if we want to go help Lee. This is all the help we've got. Okay, I'm assuming we can just fly. So, okay, so we got the sword. So in the post game, so when we eventually catch Zacian and Zamazente. Oh, we have to actually leave this area first. Oh, wait, can we just talk to Hop to go back? Yeah, okay, good. It's weird that he didn't offer it to me, honestly. But yeah, so in the original, so, right, the Rusted Sword and the Shield, those are items that you give to Zamazente to get him into his true form. And so when trying to complete the Pokedex, I traded my Zamazente to someone for a Zacian, but I took the Rusted Shield off, because my intention was, right, I'd trade it to them, and then they trade back. They didn't trade me back. So in my copy, and then eventually later on I got a different Zamazente. That, you know, again, I was going to trade back, and then nope, they canceled on me. So yeah, I now have both, in my copy of Pokemon Shield, I have both a Rusted Sword and a Rusted Shield. Because yeah, somebody didn't want to trade back. So yeah, there's someone with a Zamazente who doesn't have the item. And unless, of course, they restarted their game eventually, which is totally possible, but yeah. It's supposed to work. Gotta stop the Darkest Airman in the chair. And that hop never changes. Things have always been hard. Oh. And we've got everyone evacuated. Fixing to help out the champion to save everyone in the Galar region. Of course. Our greatest ever champion and greatest ever challenger, along with the fiercest rival. Teaming up against the Darkest Day, I almost feel sorry for it. Go on then, our greatest challenger, into Hammerlock Stadium with you. Let's save one more time. Yeah, I remember back before the GTS was out on the Pokemon Home, there used to be like special codes that you could enter in the trading thing, and then you could use those special codes, like, oh, you entered like code 1111, and anyone trading on 1111 was specifically trading like for like different like regional Pokemon, like Darmanitan for Cursula or whatever. Right? It was stuff like that to get like the other Pokemon, Stonehenger for the Penguin, right? Stuff like that. Started running amok in the stadium. Was able to subdue the Gigantamax Pokemon, but the other day all Dynamax go on a rampage. The underground power plant would collapse. Sorose is down there right now. I know it's selfish, but I beg for your assistance. So awaken a Pokemon known as Eternatus. Apparently its energy emitted from its body is what causes Dynamaxing. At this rate, all the Pokemon in the Galar region will be Dynamaxing and go berserk. If that were to happen, please, you must save Mr. Rose. Take the lift. Knows what's going on. So part of this... So, okay. So I guess this gets us to our crux of what Eternatus is. And really, at the end of the day, what this story is all about is coal versus nuclear energy. Right? The wishing stars that fall from the sky that give Pokemon the ability to Dynamax are, right, used as, like, coal. Right? They're a limited resource, and once we're out of them, we're out of them. But Eternatus is, right, this alien from another world with a theoretical infinite amount of energy. It's nuclear power. That's what Eternatus is a metaphor for, nuclear power. And yeah, Chairman Rose wants to harness Eternatus as a source of infinite nuclear power, but Eternatus was too powerful. And now we're basically at the point of meltdown. Eternatus has melted down and escaped. I suppose it must seem that I'm doing something terrible. I don't expect you to understand, but I must provide the Galar region with limitless energy to ensure everlasting prosperity. It is my purpose, my duty, my destiny. That's why we've been giving the wishing stars to Eternatus. Surely you remember the red light that caused a ruckus around Hammerlock? That was all part of our experiment to awaken Eternatus. You must understand, I can't let you interfere with my plan to protect the future of Galar. Because it goes back to the thing. Chairman Rose... I mean, we don't know how much he's charging for this power, right? We don't know if he... Because, you know... Oh, because he's like this billionaire or whatever. But at the end of the day, right, he wants to use nuclear power for, right, Eternatus for, like, good reasons. Right? Like, yeah, sure, he's making millions off of it. But his motivations aren't evil. Right? Like, what he's doing isn't inherently evil. Because, yeah, coal, like, in real life, we're eventually going to run out of coal. It's going to happen before you know it. And, yeah, what he's trying to do is, right, it's, in some ways, it's noble. Oh, shit. It's just his methods are wrong, right? Like, his way of, like, you know, potentially ending the world. But the problem is... the game isn't really written like that. It's just, the game is written in a way that, oh, now Chairman Rose is the big bad villain, right? That's how the game has been set up. And I think that's the problem. Is that we spend all this time, right, with this potential, like the idea of, because Pokemon games have messed around with alternative power sources in previous games. Right? There's, I know there's the power plant in Gen 1, which I assume is a traditional coal power point, coal or oil. But there's the Valley Windworks in Gen 3. Or in Gen 4, I mean. There's a geothermal plant in Gen, 6? Yeah, the geothermal plant powers Lumio City. So, right, Eternatus is just another example of that. He's nuclear power. But it's come at this terrible cost. That is potentially ending the world. Now, of course, I do wonder where they found Eternatus. Did they capture another alien that brought about the Darkest Day? Was Eternatus buried underground and, like, his energy leaked out underground and that's what creates the wishing dens? I'm kind of unsure, and the game definitely doesn't explain. But again, the worst part about the story of Sword and Shield is that somewheres in here there's a good idea. There's an interesting story here that has to do with, right, this idea of, like, nuclear energy versus burning fossil fuels and how we will one day run out, and what's the price we're willing to pay, what are the risks we're willing to take to ensure a better future, which are all issues that we deal with in the real world, right? Because nuclear energy is a potential solution for our dwindling coal. But we do risk a Chernobyl happening, or was it Fukushima, the power plant in Japan? Right, there are always those risks. But we're going to have to find some sort of... And I know solar and wind are also solutions, but... Berserkers... I also think steel... What the heck else is steel weak to? I think his entire team is steel types. We'll keep going with what we have for now. We're not entirely in the best situation, but we'll work with it. But yeah, no, there's a good idea here. It's just 90% of the rest of this game has been focused on sports and championship. So this really has not been given the amount of weight it should have. And yeah, they really do just frame Chairman Rose as a villain. When, again, for most of the story, he's just been, oh, I'm the head of the football league. Right? He's still a billionaire, and billionaires are evil. But, yeah, it's way more complicated than that. And the game just is so poorly written that it really doesn't give it the gravitas it deserves. You know? The game's a fucking... This ending's just a fucking mess. I don't think the entire game's a mess. I think some people are overly harsh on this game because of the National Dex controversy. But yeah, some of it I think is good. But the whole story bit at the end here with the energy crisis is just a fucking mess. And again, that's overlooking the fact that, again, if he had just waited one more day, literally, probably everything still would have gone wrong, but it would have gone wrong in different ways, you know? You know, like, he would have at least had Leon here to get his ass kicked, and us still having to come in and save him. It's a fucking mess. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about when the story implodes in on itself. So yeah, it's not the worst idea ever. But the execution is done so poorly. And I know it's a kid's game. But I know Pokemon games can do plots like this seriously. Gen 5, right, deals with Pokemon being whether or not Pokemon should be taken by trainers and used to battle each other. I know Ghetsis kind of undercuts it, but N is a very complex character that does stand for what he believes in, even if he ends up getting usurped by Ghetsis. And then Black and White 2 also develops on top of that and goes into much more detail. Because this ending here is also aping off the ending of Black and White 2. Or, not Black and White 2, Black and White. Because at the end of Black and White, you don't actually fight the champion. Instead, you fight N. Right? The champion battle, like here, it gets interrupted. And instead you go and fight somebody else. And it's a very climactic ending. But this, it's just a mess, and it feels like stalling. Wouldn't expect anything less from a challenger endorsed by the champion, the strongest champion to ever grace our beloved Galar region. I really wish I could have seen the championship match between you two. I'm terribly sorry to have ruined the whole gym challenge and everything. It's too bad, but it can't be helped. In order to solve the energy issue as soon as possible, we awakened Eternatus, but we couldn't control it. The champion came to aid me, even at the cost of abandoning the match. Indeed, just like a knight in shining armor coming to rescue a princess from a dragon. I do tend to ramble on, I know. I love to make speeches, but I think I can stop talking now. I think the champion should have captured Eternatus by now. If you're curious, you can take the lift up. And I trust you'll be going too, right, Hop? I certainly hope losing to me didn't discourage you too much. Go on now, both of you. Go see how your champion's doing. Do you? Neither me nor my Pokemon are anywhere near giving up. We've already learned how to be strong thanks to the gym challenge you've organized. Again, there's a whole bit where, like, Chairman Rose isn't a bad person. Right? Like, I think of villains like Lysander and Cyrus, who, you know, who do literally die for their ideals. But, and I'm not saying that, like, oh, Chairman Rose should die for his ideals. What I'm saying is that Chairman Rose isn't written like a villain. Like Lusamine, who also does the twist villain reveal, is written like a villain, right? Once the twist happens, she becomes straight up evil. And some people actually kind of hate it because at the end of the game, at the end of Sun and Moon, specifically Ultra Sun and Moon, they do redeem Lusamine, or at least Lily tries, and it kind of works. And some people don't like that. They don't think Lusamine should be worthy of redeeming. But Chairman Rose just straight up isn't a villain. That's not how he's written. I mean, yes, he gives the villain speech, but it's more of just because the game needs a villain. It needs a Giovanni, a Lysander, a Lusamine, a Cyrus. And that's just not how Chairman Rose is. This game's a fucking mess. Ready to grown tremendously, but no need for you kids to worry. It seems like the power of Eternatus was keeping my team from Dynamaxing, but we've had a champion time all the same. Sorry, and the rest of my champion team members have really worn Eternatus down. Now I can simply catch it in a Pokeball and we should be able to get this madness under control. And everything will be back to normal. It's going to be a real championship catch. Nope, didn't work. Should have used the Master Ball. Where did we even get the Master... Did we already have a Master Ball? I actually don't remember where you get the Master Ball in this game. We might already have it. I kind of don't remember. Maybe we get it in the post-game. Draco's still almost dead. Oh shit, he still is almost dead, yeah. So, something I did actually learn about Eternatus recently. He is actually the largest... Oh! Oh shit. Eternatus is actually the largest Pokemon. It's bigger than Wailord. Honestly, just from looking at it here, and even just in that cutscene, I would not have expected that. But yeah, sure enough, Wailord is now the second largest Pokemon. You know, that giant you see in the Isle of Armor. Eternatus is bigger. And I mean, look, it looks pretty big, but I still think Wailord is huge. But yeah, no. Eternatus is bigger than Wailord. This weird, freaky alien. And again, a lot of this game is a ripoff of Gen. Like, honestly, I joked, right? I said earlier that this game is just ripping off everything Gen 7 did, but worse. And that's exactly what Eternatus feels like in the end. Like, because that was the Ultra Beasts were creatures from an alternate dimension invading the Alola region. Eternatus is an alien from space invading. Like, it's similar, but it's definitely not the same. And I think it's worse. Because I thought the Ultra Beasts were way cooler. Now, this I don't hate. Making the final battle a raid battle, not a terrible idea. This is not a terrible idea at all. Because, you know, it's, like, it's nice to see the mechanics of the game actually pay off in the game, right? So yeah, I think doing this raid battle actually makes a lot of sense. Can't use any of my moves. Let's keep chucking ice beams at it. We found the sword and shield in the slumbering wheels. Yeah, we just have to keep not doing anything. Use the sword. It'd be old and rusted, but there's got to be something. And there they are, our puppers. Oh yeah, puppers. Let's do this thing. So are we the king of Galar now? Like, we pulled the sword from the stone. Kind of. That makes us the king, right? I guess that also makes Hop the king. But, I'll take it. Oh, look, our pupper has become the dog from Dark Souls, whose name I don't know because I've never actually played Dark Souls. I want to say Sith, but that's probably wrong. Pressure. Pressure. Alright, let's still Ice Beam it. Yeah, interestingly enough, we're not actually controlling the doggos. Yeah, they're like, because you know it's doing a raid battle and you need 4 Pokemon for that. That'll do nothing. We can use our moves now, thanks to Zacian and Zamazente. Still did more than Hop. I have no idea what typing Eternatus is. I want to say it's Dragon Poison, but I'm probably wrong. Oh wait, that does some damage. Behemoth Bash. I thought it was Behemoth Blade. Whatever. The doggos are okay. You know, they're okay designs. I mean, Sword Doggo is a really good idea. There's a person on TikTok that taught their dog how to, like, you know, hold a sword like that. And it's funny. They're, like, D&D players. So, yeah, it's funny. But no, I think the doggos, right, for a British region, I think it kind of makes sense. I think they're okay designs. But I definitely don't actually favor either one. I actually have a very neutral stance on both of them, which is why I ended up picking a shield over sword, because I didn't care which one I got. And when the games came out, you know, I buy both games and then just give the other one to, like, a roommate or my brother or something like that. And yeah, I just gave the other one to, I think it was my brother. He wanted sword because he plays Dark Souls. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take the other one. I have no complaints. Whereas the new one, I'm pretty set on Scarlet. Oh, goodbye, Double. It is interesting that, right, even though Hop was given a Cinderace at the beginning, his main Pokemon is still Double. Like, he'll use Double before anything else. That kind of makes him... I mean, again, in newer games, you get more unique rivals that, right, don't start off with starter Pokemon, like Marty and Beatty, who, you know, have Morpeko and Hatrina, but still. Alright, let's catch Eternatus. Let's do it in just a normal Pokeball. I haven't been picking up any of the, Ball Guy balls. Not that I haven't wanted to, I just haven't been doing it. Oh yeah, look at that. No, I actually don't. I've never actually tried. So we catch Eternatus right here. But I've actually never tried to Gigantamax Eternatus, like, in a battle before. I've actually never done it before, so I don't know if, like, Eternatus turns into the hand form. I've never actually tested it. I think it would make sense for it to, but I've never actually done it. Yeah, there it is. We stopped at the darkest day. With the power of the good boy doggos. And then they go off into the sunset. The world is saved. Roll credits. Honestly, it would... Again, I give Black and White all the props. That's how the game ends. You defeat your rival. Roll credits. Right there and then. Nope, not this one. We still got to defeat the champion. I mean, the plot hole Grand Canyon, you know, the mess of the story mode, it's finally over. Now we can go back to the good stuff. Theoretically. And then it explodes again, but, you know, we'll get to... I actually like the second time it explodes, it's a lot more fun, so I don't mind it that much. You know... Chairman Rose turned himself in and never thought we'd see the day. He awoke Eternatus and nearly caused a catastrophe for the entire region. You reap what you sow, I guess. I don't know about you, but I slept like the dead. Everyone's still talking about what happened, but at least things are back to normal now. We really did defeat Eternatus together with Zamazenta and Zacian. And still Lee, well, he's being Lee, insisting on having a championship match with you today. It's a bit much, isn't it? You sure you're up for it? I'm not even too sure about him. He was out cold and hurt pretty bad himself during all that mess. I do understand how he feels, though. Feels like you've been waiting forever to get to see ya and face off with you in a serious match. Come on. They'll be at Wyndham Stadium, wherever... Alright, so now let's go finish it off and beat the champion. Yeah, it is interesting. We don't get Zacian... Zacian. It'd be Zacian in this version. For beating the game. We do have Eternatus, right? If we go into our box. We have Eternatus now. But yeah, no Zacian. Really, honestly, that's kind of I think this is the only Pokemon game that works like that. I'm trying to think of any other example where you don't get the box legendary at this point. And I actually think it's fine. I think it's again. I have all these complaints about like if you're gonna remove something, replace it with something interesting. Them not right. You getting Eternatus instead of Zacian, right? That's not bad. Especially, I know there are some people who will always use the box legendaries in their teams, and I was one of them. Honestly, I think the first time I didn't use the box legendary was probably Gen 7. I think I used a Veltool in Gen 6. I don't remember. My Let's Play still exists. You can go fact check me on that. Same thing with Black and White. So, I might have. I might not have. I kind of don't remember. Alright, so for Team Comp, we're starting off with Hargrid because we need to get off the Stealth Spikes, because that'll destroy his Charizard. He also opens with an Aegislash, and I know we can use Hargrid against Aegislash. Right? Heat Wave. The rest of it, we will figure out. Gosh, we've only been going 16 hours? That doesn't feel long at all, but I guess so. Yeah, the rest of his team, I know he's got a Dracopult. But other than that, and of course he's got Charizard to end off with, which we're going to be using, obviously, Draco for. The rest of his team, I just remember an Aegislash, a Dracopult, or whatever the final evolution of Dracopult is. I think it's Draco, because it's Droopy something in Dracopult. Maybe I'm wrong about that. The rest of his team will figure out. Never seen a crowd this wild. Everyone knows what you did for this week. They know you're the one who caught Eternatus and saved the future of the Galar region. A real hero who battled alongside the legendary Pokémon Zacian and Zamazenta. The King of Galar. Well, we'll get to that. Couldn't have dreamed a better challenger to help increase my winning streak. Now that I've seen just what kind of strength you possess as the greatest challenger, crushing you into dirt will show everyone just how strong the champion truly is. Let's make this the final match that'll go down in Galar's history. No, a match that'll change Galar forever. We're going to have an absolute champion time. Go, Leon. I can guarantee you won't get lost on the path to defeat. Duties as champion to get the crowd fired up. Okay, let's start off with Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to be completely honest. The first time I ever fought Leon, I got my fucking ass kicked. And it was mostly by this Aegislash. This Aegislash took out like 4 of my team members. And the rest of it all just kind of fell from there. And yeah, I did terribly. And it was like, it wasn't that my team was bad. It was just the Aegislash just did a number on me. I wasn't weak to the rest of his team. I was just weak to the Aegislash. And it did so much damage. And then on the second run, when I took out the Aegislash, that was it, right? Once I knew what his team was, I was able to counter it. But on that first run, it did not go well. Haxorus. Haxorus. Haxorus is Axew's evolution, right? I think it's pure. We're gonna do this. I think I know what I'm thinking of. Haxorus. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was thinking of the right thing. Yeah. It's not a Pokemon I really think of all that often, but yeah. I think it's just pure dragon. Oh! Oh, wait, look! We have max friendship with it. Yay! Okay, let's kill it and get out of here. I'll find a way to heal you up at some point, Draco. I promise you. My boy. Dragapult. Let's use Diabolo? Because, yeah, it's Ghost Dragon. So, it'll be weak to Dark-type moves. I think Dragapult's okay. I like Ghost Dragon. I like that typing. It's a little bit of a weird design. You know, having the droopies on its head. But it's not terrible. Admittedly, I tried to use a Dragapult in competitive at one point, and it just did not work out. I got two different ones, and neither of them were that great. Rhyperior. You know, since we're using everybody, I would love a chance to heal Draco. We gotta do that at some point. How many Pokemon does he have? This might be our best chance to do that. But at the same time, we can also hit this Rhyperior with Surging Strike and do a shitload of damage. Because I'm pretty sure this thing is quad weak to water. Critical hit. Pretty good, Challenger. Come on, yeah! Oh, good job, Urshifu. Inferior fainted. I'm pretty sure he's gonna use Rillaboom? Yeah, because, yeah, he gets the one that me and Hop didn't pick. Okay, let's start off with Hyper Potion Drake. Do I have actually a better... I have a single full restore. Okay. Let's get Draco all healed up first. Then we'll figure... Rillaboom is just pure grass, I want to say. Ooh. Yeah, I think Rillaboom is pure grass. I could be wrong about that, but... Oops. Yeah, Draco's at one, whatever. He's good. We'll see what it does. I fully expect, Sirius Black to die here. Oh, he held on. Oh, that's good. Okay, now I fully expect him to die here. Oh. Okay. I'll take it. I mean... That was not what... Again, that's... He could have easily... He was faster than me. That could have ended completely differently. Alright, let's... Draco, I know you're not fully healed, but let's end this thing. Champion's time here, and I won't let anyone else finish it for me. Already off to a great start. Oh, they both do 160. Oh, you'll show me what Charizard can really do, huh? We've been running Stealth Rocks just for that one moment that took out basically half his health. Ah, it worked perfectly. And yeah, we're faster. Which honestly kind of surprises me, because Leon's Charizard is actually pretty fast. I want to say it has speed EVs. I remember something about that. Like, Leon's one of the few trainers that actually uses, like, EVs, like, fully. And yeah, I wanted to say he had speed IVs. Maybe I'm forgetting something. You defeated Champion Leon. I love that little, right where he looks like he's about to cry. It's a little detail. Time of champion is over. But what a champion of a time it's been. Thank you for the greatest battle I've ever had. 15,000 for winning. Congratulations. You've beat even the unbeatable champion, making you the new champion of the region. You've become a first-rate trainer, alright? I offer you my heartfelt congratulations. It's gonna be really dumb when he beats Cynthia in the anime, even though Cynthia's like the strongest Pokemon trainer ever. Time for the adults started working on improving here and now for the sake of all that's to come. What you ought to do now is believe in yourself and your partner Pokemon and keep blasting ahead in order to create the bright future we all hope to see. People of Galar, here you have it, a new legend born right before your eyes. Your champion. And also your king. I pulled the sword from the stone. I'm your king now. And it's not like anyone's going to be coming to challenge me for that title. No siree. See what he can do. Pokemon Sword. So that was Pokemon. So actually, I think James Turner actually left Game Freak. I think that actually did happen, because he was the main art director for this game. I don't know, maybe I might be misremembering something, but I know there was something with someone leaving Game Freak recently. And I know Ken Sugimori moved on to do something else as well. I don't remember the details. But, so based on these last 3 hours, you might think I hate this game. Well, okay, hopefully you don't, because I've defended it more than once as well. But, well, yes, the last 3 hours of this game, the plot and everything to do with the energy crisis is just terrible. It's terribly written. It's large aspects of it make no sense. It's very poorly explained. It's a lot of build-up to nothing, honestly. And it's just a ripoff of what previous Pokemon games have done, but much worse. But yeah, I don't hate this game. I definitely don't think it's... Technically, this was my game of the year in, like, 2019. But that was only because I had played, like, 10 games that year, so it kind of became the best by default. I still don't think I stand by that one. Honestly, if I could change one of my game of the year list, it'd probably be that one, but that's a story for another day. I don't hate this game at all. Yeah, the last 3 hours are when the plot kind of implodes in on itself. But other than that, I think that the rest of the game is okay. Oh, hey, Toby Fox. Yeah, I think the rest of the game is okay. There are some other... Right, I point out how bad the plot is at the end. I think Hop and Leon are just poorly written. Everything that has to do with Hop and Leon is poorly written, right? Him being the undefeated champion. Hop, right? The idea behind Hop, right? Having this champion older brother. And he just can't, no matter how hard he tries, he will never live up to that expectation. It's just, Bianca, the rival in Black and White, had a similar-ish premise. Not with the champion stuff, but like never being able to live up to somebody else's expectations. And constantly letting themselves down. And Bianca was done way better. Again, this is just a ripoff of things that other Pokemon games did better. But yeah, so Hop and Leon are done terribly. But the other characters, I think Bede is okay. You know, people like asshole rivals, and I think Bede's okay. I like Piers and Marnie. I think they're all both pretty good. Raihan's okay. We'll get more of them in the post-game, luckily, as well, so that's going to be nice to see. But the other thing that, like, I think, right, the actual game itself, if I had to give it, like, a score out of 10, you know, give it an IGN, I'd probably give it, like, a 7. Maybe a 6, but probably a low 7. But then you have to also take into account the Isle of Armor. And then there's the Crown Tundra, which we're going to be doing in the post-game. Because I really do feel like Isle of Armor, I think you're supposed to do as you play the game. Crown Tundra, I think, is 100% post-game stuff. But, the Isle of Armor is great. I really did enjoy going through the Isle of Armor. I totally stand by what I said, that you're supposed to do it at that point in the story. Right? I just think it makes the most sense to do it right then and there. But the Isle of Armor is a great experience, and the Crown Tundra, which we will be getting to, is, I think, even better. The Crown Tundra is actually pretty fantastic. And even if I'd say this game is like a 7 or like a 6 or a 7 out of 10, the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor bump it up to like a 9. Like, no joke. I think Legends Arceus is better. And I think I also gave Legends Arceus a 9 as well. I think Legends Arceus is better. But I don't hate this game. It's got problems. It's got tons of problems. And the plot sucks. The characters are okay. Again, it's mostly just Hop and Leon that are poorly written. But yeah. And then here we are at the end. We see our team. And yeah, there we go. Pokemon Sword. We didn't even use Morty at the end. I don't think we used Ravenway either. I don't think either of them got spotlights at the end. Yeah, Champion went exactly as well as I expected it to. Honestly, that worked out. But yeah, so we're gonna end off here today. Next time we come back, we will be doing the post-game. There's some post-game stuff that I know some people hate, but personally I think is so dumb it's fun. Right? It's like the end story is dumb. The post-game story is so dumb I can't help but like it. But we'll get to that when we get to that. And then we've got the Isle of Armor post-game, and we've got the entirety of the Crown Tundra. So we've at least got another week of Pokemon streams. But yeah, we'll be back definitely Saturday with Fall Guys, right? Fall Guys in chat. We've got the Nintendo Direct to talk about. We've got a few other things I'm sure to talk about. But Tomorrow, I don't want to make any promises that we'll be back tomorrow, right? I don't want to make any promises. Specifically because I said I might have streamed yesterday and I didn't. But we might be back tomorrow. Because tomorrow is July 1st, Canada Day. And, you know, I like to do something special for that. Because there's one other thing that's tomorrow. So we might be back tomorrow with maybe, I don't know, something else. I don't want to make, again, I don't want to make any commitments. But if we're not, if we're back, it'll be something special tomorrow. If we're not, then I'll see you all on Saturday. But with that, that was Pokemon Sword and Shield, or specifically Sword. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace. I love how I mentioned that I didn't use a legendary, but technically Urshifu/Cubfu is a legendary. Huh. Whatever. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.